Hi, this is John from FlatCatGear. About 2 weeks ago, we released the Ocelot 6 Universal. And since then, we've gotten a number of questions and texts and emails about a little more details on that. So we created this video to do a little Q&A on this new windscreen. So first off, the obvious part is the height of the windscreen. Because the Universal has to attach to the fuel canister, it's quite a bit tall. Now, they're both effective at blocking the wind. It's just the Ocelot 6 for the PRD, or the Soda Windmaster, is a lot more compact of a unit. If you had one of those two stoves, I would definitely pick the ones that were custom made for the stove rather than universal. The biggest difference is if you look at the windscreen, the height difference. In the customized ones for the stoves, the windscreen is fairly taut, it's short distance, pretty robust. Not saying that universal is not robust, it's just because of that added length, the windscreen flexes more. Now, there are no lows on the windscreen, and so the only thing pushing against it is the wind, so they're just as effective. The second thing that's a difference is the way they're mounted. Each stove, the PRD and the Soda Windmaster have a unique mounting system that is particular to that particular stove. While the Universal, since it attaches to the gas canister, is independent of the stove. This is how you assemble the base plates for the Ocelot 6 Universal. They're numbered. One goes on first immediately. The second one. You have to make sure it slides underneath that ring, and then you rotate them, and those two tabs lock it in place. This is how you assemble the Ocelot 6 for the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. There's a right and left. So you assemble the right first, and that will place down over the stove. The left, again, you place down over the stove, and then it rotates. And now you wrap the windscreen around. The assembly for the Ocelot 6 for the Soda Windmaster 4-Flex is a little bit different. You have to assemble it before you attach it to the stove. So there's two parts, an F and a C, and you put those two parts together. Then you drop the stove in place and then rotate it. And now you can screw the stove onto the gas canister, and again, you wrap the windscreen around the outside. So the Ocelot 6 Universal attaches directly to the fuel canister, and one of the questions I asked was, will it fit on the little air horn canisters? And as you can see, since it is a standard isobutane fitting, it does work on that tiny canister. I've tested it on MSRs, Primus, Jetboils. All the canisters seem to fit. Worst case scenario is if it's a little tight, you can take this edge and sand it, file it just a little bit to make sure it's snug and fits. But other than that, works well. So another question that came up is, was the system compatible with heat exchange pots? And why would you need to do that? Most heat exchange pots are pretty insensitive to the wind. Some of them aren't. Jetboil Stash is pretty sensitive to the wind. This is a Jetboil Zip. It is not the best in the wind either. Again, being universal. And there you have a Jetboil Zip using the Ocelot 6 Universal. For the Ocelot 6 Universal, the height of the windscreen is determined by tall stoves. One of the advantages is if you have a short stove, you actually can just trim the top of the windscreen down a bit. In this case, we trimmed it down about 1 inch for the BRS 3000. The advantage is it just improves your packability a little bit more by making a short windscreen. So those are the basic questions that have been asked on the internet. If you have more questions, go ahead and drop me a line. If not, come visit us at www.flatcatgear.com.